guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kate Mbote and I'm your favorite young life coach. And guys, I want us to talk about how your parents can be causing your depression. Most of the time, we grow up in environments which we do not know they affects us. Like for example, you grow up in a certain traumatic environment and you've carried it to your adulthood, and I can guarantee you that there's a lot of things that your parents have done through your childhood that affects you right now. And so don't forget to subscribe and like the video, guys. And so let's talk about the things that parents actually do that they can make you be depressed and grow up with that trauma and the depression, and the depression might be affecting you even in your day-to-day life. For example, have you grown up with those kind of parents who like putting pressure on you on everything? Like they're there making you feel like you're not enough, like you're competing with someone or comparing you to a certain child. So there's that kind of pressure that you have to try and live to the expectation of showing your parents that you are actually good enough. So you work very hard, you working just to look to achieve some certain level of achievement that is up to your parents' expectations. So you live according to their expectations. So they put this kind of pressure on you, like, be like someone's child. Why are you not performing good like someone's child? Why do you not have a job like someone's child? Why did you not graduate like someone's child? You should have gone to the university, not to the college. Like they are comparing you to a certain person, and so you feel like you're so much pressured with life, and there's that kind of pressure they put on you. And then do you find yourself in a situation whereby your parents are making decision for you without considering how you feel about it? Is it career? Is it where you stay? Is it where you're going to school? Everything, whatever you take, is the decision of your parents to make without considering what you want or how you feel about it. And then there are these kind of parents who are abusive. Like there's domestic violence at home, and then there is parents abusing you. You find that mostly when women who are in marriage, who are in domestic violence, they find themselves, rubbing it on their children. Like whatever is going on within the family, the parents are getting out their frustration on you. Is it you find that, let's say your mom is going through domestic violence from your dad, and so due to that anger, they start beating you up the same way they are being beaten up by your dad. And so you find there is a cycle of emotional, like a cycle of physical abuse in that family. You are likely to grow up with that kind of traumatic experience whereby you feel like one, domestic violence is actually okay, and you have grown up being physically abused and emotionally abused by your parent, so you become an avoidant person, or you turn so much into violence. You find yourself you're in a situation whereby you're very violent. Everything that happens, your first reaction to things is beating people up. You do not have anger control, and all these things were led up due to the physical abuse that you had to go through when you are a child. And the other thing you find that is happening is about parents who do drugs, like alcoholism, if your parents are into weed and all those, but mostly is about alcoholism. One thing about parents who are alcoholic, they do not provide safety, and they are mostly abusive, and they neglect their children. Like you find if the dad or the mom is taking alcohol, they spend all their money on the alcohol, they do not concentrate on the kids. And so there is that gap that is left in you that you feel like you have to fill. And also that, like, you feel overwhelmed when you're around your parents. They cause this kind of depression within you. You feel like you're going to burst out because every time they're around, or every time your parent walks in, they used to feel like this atmosphere is going to kill you, because the thing that used to happen when they come in, it's either they start verbally abusing you or physically and become violent all the time. So every time you're around your parents, you have this kind of anxiety and the depression that comes with. You have anxiety, depression. You even scared, like you're so depressed, you're even scared that they will come at home. So you do not feel that kind of safety that you should be feeling at home. And also, due to the drug and substance abuse, there's a likelihood that you might be adopt that as a mechanism to solving your problems at adulthood. Like you find yourself either taking alcohol to cope with hardships, or you might just grow up thinking that how to resolve your problems has to be involved in alcohol. So you find that parents are passing this depression to kids, and also there are parents who neglect their kids emotionally and also physically. Like your parents work a lot and there's no time to listen to you, and they are never available. And so like you never sit down due to the overwhelming that may have come as a child. Is it because of the alcoholism, due to the drug abuse? Is it because of the violence at home? You feel there's no safe space for you to talk to anyone at home. So you grew up having to cover up all your pain, having to cover up all your hardships. Like you do not have a safe space whereby you can talk to someone or interact with someone about your how you're doing. And so you feel like you grow up having to um pack up your issues and no one to open up to. So you find yourself in relationships, in marriages, in whereby you cannot even talk to your partner because you didn't grow up with that kind of communication. And so your parents didn't provide a safety area for you to communicate, and they didn't also provide a safety area whereby you feel at home. The home is abusive. Every time your parents are around, you feel overwhelmed. So you do not want to be either around your parents, or you do not want, like every time they're around, you feel like you do not want to be there. So they bring up this gloomy environment. And so most of the time, the things you're going through, or the kind of personality we have, the kind of people we are, have come out as a result of our childhood traumas. And it's very good if you are struggling with relationships or coping with life, to go back to how you brought up, because mostly how we are brought up actually influence who we are right now, or how we deal with things. And so you might come to find out that there are a lot of things you have to work on, a lot of childhood traumatic experiences you have to deal with for you to be able to be the best version of yourself. And accepting those traumatic traumas and working on them is the best thing for you. Just forgive your parents and work on yourself, and try to be a better version of yourself, and also the family that is going to come out of you. Do not let the family that you grew up in prevent you from being the best version of a parent from the family that is going to come out of you. And so thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Do not forget to subscribe and like the video.